All right, here I've got my 12-inch electric planer, and I'm not gonna pull it out for you, but you gotta have that other cabinet making business and plane your rough stock up and stuff. This is a big old Bosch 11316. You can break concrete with it. You can you got shovel attachment. You can dig a hole with it. It's just before you get to the bigger jackhammer, but it works out on real good cleaning out drains. When you move a bathtub and you got a little concrete in the way, or you got a concrete lip or anything, break any kind of concrete, light duty, but it's pretty heavy duty. And this here is a router shaper by Delta that you can do all this kind of stuff and make windows and any kind of routing thing. And it's nice. Little router table is what it is. And it's motorized. You don't have a router in there. And this I did a lot of doors. I installed a whole lot of doors in my lifetime, and I had a good deal with a lumber yard, and then they figured out they could do it and make money, and they started doing it themselves. And but this makes it so much faster and easier, and you got the right bits and everything, and you got all these attachments and stuff. This is 2 or 3 sets smashed into one, but I came across this one day for, I think the guy had it for $50, and I said, man, those things are expensive, and I went ahead and picked it up and added to it. And now this one is the another Bosch drill, not a drill, but a digger and all kinds of things. You do all kinds of things with it. And I came across on the garage sale one day, and he had the bit, a long 18-inch bit, and he cut a hole in the side of the case, or he didn't, or whoever did it. So they obviously didn't know how to take the bit off out of the drill, and so I played dumb and got it really cheap, because they had no idea what it was. And this is the 1141, and I wanted one because it's lighter, and that red case here goes to this big old hydraulic thing. I use it for car body pulling and all kinds of things, and this is just some more attachments to it. I go in there sometimes when there's a flooded out kitchen and lift up a kitchen with it, so I can take what's out underneath it out and cut that off. It depends how the kitchen's made, and take out the rot and stuff. And here I've got before I forget all this is my chop saw, metal chop saw. It's a Delta, and this is a Mortise Delta mortiser to make those square holes for the windows and stuff. And then this is my drill press and stuff. Like I say, I haven't used this stuff in a while, so it's just packed up in here, but when I need it, then I pull it out. And extra stapler in here. This is my carpenter box, my extra one. And got this little trim, carver here. Every once in a while I get on a job and I can't match a piece of wood, so I'll just have to hand carve it and attach fix the rot, and instead of just bondoing it, just take a piece of wood and carve it out. It's easier sometimes. And Here's a little lifter, little sheetrock lifter, door lifter. I thought it was neat. Bought that one day, my riveter in there. I've got 2 or 3 of these dowlers. I started doweling years ago, and I also have the other, what do you call that thing? We'll see it on another video. And but I like to dowel, and I'm used to it, and that's what I did for years, and so that's what I do. Yeah, let's see what else. All kinds of things in here. Here's a tool that comes in handy if you're gonna try to put in a stovepipe, and it's a crimper, and you got to crimp that stovepipe to get it into the other one. See how I got the 3 crimpers there? And it's a sheet metal tool. And it's the only way, when you're doing a kitchen, you gotta have it. There's nothing else special in here. Just regular old carpenter stuff. But like I say, most of this is overflow, so I know where it is, and hopefully I can find it when I need it. I'm looking for a glass thing, and I know it's in this box here, but I've looked. I gotta get somebody to glaze some windows. I got a church to do and need glazing. I know it's in here somewhere, but I've gone through it already once, so it must not be in here. So this is where I would have put it. If I had an extra one, this was where I would have put it, but can't find it. Been raining so much, we haven't been able to do the job. I can't do anything, but I'll be the supervisor. That's a good job. Supervisor's a good job. I was in the Army, and we were in a unit that was we had to be ready to go anywhere in the world, so we had everything boxed up. And so when I got out of the Army and I went to work another job, didn't like it, working for the government. Couldn't work for the government, drove me crazy. So I started the remodeling business and started doing little things and watching people. I could sit and watch people and learn and turn around and do it. And started doing it on the weekends on my days off from the government job. And the plan was just to build cabinets at home, work for the government, but then people keep asking me to do stuff, and so I kept branching out, Here's a little planer. I buy these planers. I must have 5 of them, 6 of them. This is not my main one, but when putting those doors in, I was the only one that would go buy a planer, and I could just put in doors left and right over the competition. Here's a router, hand router. Here's a drill driver. Then here's a little hammer drill. Like I say, I like Makita. And then this is an interesting tool here. Is these sanding discs, but you can sand a house and nothing flat. But now the government come in and won't let you sand anything with that's older than 1978. So, and that's what mostly needs sanding, where the paint was chipping and stuff. And you don't sand that much anymore with the newer paints and all that stuff. But now 1978 Oshawa, it's a $37,000 fine, you know, a day. If they catch you doing it wrong, you have to take a class and become licensed. And all. I became licensed and all that. But it's a joke. And how you gonna, you know, with lead is what they were worried about, you getting lead poisoning, and it is a worry. I'm not making fun of it, but how you gonna be in court, and the only people that get lead poisoning most of the time are little kids that haven't got a brain developed. So, you know, 1 to 8 years old, you know. And so you go in into a house and you sand inside the house and get dust and all that. How you gonna prove in court that that dust didn't hurt that little kid? You're gonna lose. And so I quit that's when I quit kind of the remodeling it, because I was good at what I was doing and everything, but the government just wouldn't let you. You know, you can't control dust, and you can control some dust, but in a courtroom, you ain't gonna control that situation. Anyway, that's my theory. So I quit. Let somebody else do it. Wear a bunny suit around. They want you to wear a bunny suit and all that stuff. You know, I've been tested. I haven't got lead poisoning. Here's my jigsaw. Again, that's a Bosch. They make the best jigsaws. And sanders here, Makita. This is a cordless saw, but it takes quite a bit of loading up, you know. But like I said, that's how all this stuff comes in boxes, because of the Army. I got off the subject on something else, and you just you know where it is, and you know what's in the boxes, and what you're doing that day, that's what you go for. That's what I load up. But they get so heavy now. Making headway here. Woo, this box is going to take a while to go through. So I'm going to have to quit on this one. This one will have to go. I'm going to have to quit this one. Let me make another video on this one.